Welcome back to part 8. What is it, 23rd of January today, Sunday, and I'm up here and it's just getting light. Got a few things I want to get done this morning as it's Sunday, and then I've got other jobs I need to go and do. Right, I want to get this shock off here, get that cleaned up, so that's what I'm going to start with. Hi to all the new subscribers, it's nice to have you all. Right, let me get this sorted out, let me get this other shock off, that one's looking really cool now. Well, I'm wandering round, I don't know where I put the heat shield that I painted yesterday. I can't remember where I've put it. It's balmy. Where have I put the bloody thing? I had it on there and I just can't find it. I'll put it somewhere. Ah! Blinding flash. I've just remembered where I put it. I'm searching the garage. I didn't leave it in the garage. I took it out of the garage. What a mental block then. Anyway, now I've remembered where it is. Let's get this shock off. Now, a bit puffing and panting getting this apart. But yeah, we've got the top off. The adjuster was a bit seized to get some old GT85. Get it freed off. But yeah, springs off. We'll get that on the wire brush, get it cleaned up. And we'll get all this cleaned up as well. Right then, let's crack on. Doing that was quite unpleasant. It's cold, it's always bloody cold at this time of year. But with that whizzing round, blowing even more cold air on your hands. Yeah, it was quite unpleasant. Well, there you go. That's cleaned up a lot better than what it was. And I fetched my heat shield. Now I remembered where I put it. I've also cut some black Allen key bolts down, fixings. I think these will be a lot better on there. At least we'll be able to get them out instead of the ones they normally put in. My spring's outside drying, wobbling around out there. So I think the next thing to do, get the heat shield on. We'll slip that on and that'll make it look just that little bit better. Right, that's on. As you can see, that looks a whole lot better. Right, I think it's time for a cup of tea. It's bloody cold. And I'm going to make myself a cup of tea. The shock's still there. And I'm going to tear it down again. I've just dumped the oil and the sparkles in it. So I'm going to rip this casing back off and just check down there. That noise, what I thought maybe tap it, may not be. There's only one way to find out, and that's pull it apart again. So that's what I'm going to have to do. Right, I've torn it apart again. I needed to know, my curiosity. Right, down here is where the timing chain, the old one, had worn the casing here by slopping onto it, and I needed to check that this chain is tight, which it is, and it's not doing the same as what the other one was doing. The only thing I can think of is the aluminium that's gone from there. Although I changed the oil and that, was still in there settled, so I just needed to rip it apart and make sure. Okay, I've knackered a gasket up, but I'd rather do that than wreck the engine. So that's me. I'm happy now. I just needed to know. Right, I'm back to square one again with it. Anyway, you might have seen this bike in the background a lot. This is Tommy's bike. We haven't run it for ages. Everything's done for it, all the paint work. We just haven't bothered putting it together yet because it's winter still. But that has only done 8,500 kilometres. But that engine is out there what you want them sounding. That is so sweet. And another homemade exhaust. Yeah, that's a really nice one. Anyway, I'm going back in the garage while he just warms this up. Well, I'm just sitting here contemplating. I've cured my curiosity, and it must be the tappets. I haven't set them anyway properly, but I needed to know that that timing chain was right. Now I know, not a problem. I've just got to order a new gasket. I ain't got another one of those. And there in the background is Tommy's bike. He's decided he wants to throw everything on it, just take a couple of pictures. I'll show you that when he's put it together as such. But yeah, we're moving along. It's just one of them things you've got to know. You've got to know if it's right. And now I know it's not. It must have just been in the sludge in the bottom of the bike when it was drained out. Of course, it's washed it all round as it's warmed up. Wrecked the oil, but I don't mind putting more oil in. But if I put the more oil in and it does it again, then I'll start really worrying. There you go. That's the other shock back on. And that looks bloody smart to what it did. Right then, I don't think I'll do much more today. I just need to get that gasket ordered and then I'll throw it back together again. Right, I've decided while I'm waiting to get this lot sorted out, my new gasket to come, I'll pull the front off again. This is how I work most of the time, once I know everything's working. So, this is off. This top yoke, I'll clean all that on the wire wheel, as I have done with that one, as you can see. That one will be next. Just clean everything up and repaint it. That way it'll look a lot smarter. Right then, yeah, seems mad the way I work, but it is just the way I do it. I want to know things are working. Anyway, let me crack on a bit. Well, that's the sort of amount of wire brushes you need to do that, all that shape. That's all done now. That's all. There's no paint, I don't think, left on that. Right. Well, that's done. They're all done. So it's a matter now Bit of rattle can primer. Get the hot air gun on it, warm it up first, and then put some primer on it. I will degrease it, and what I use is clutch and brake cleaner. This stuff down here works a treat. So I'll wash it all down, and then we'll get it in primer. Go. Now they're in primer. What I actually do, I use the hot air gun and I warm the job up, because it's that cold in here anyway. You can see your breath. But if you keep the job warm, put your primer on, and then just keep the hot air not massively hot. It'll just helps it flash cure, and you can get the jobs done a lot quicker. That's how I do it anyway. Well, they've probably been done 5-6 minutes, and then I'll lit it with the black. I'll warm the job again and then dust them with black. I'll show you in a minute. Well, that's done. I think you can say that looks an awful lot better than what it did. I know you probably haven't got the best light to show you, but that's come out pretty good to me. Caps are done. Yeah, the light's not brilliant, but that's just using these rattle cans and hot air gun to keep the job warm. Just makes it work a bit better. Now I won't touch these till tomorrow. I'll just leave them to cure off properly now. Yeah, but it's amazing what you can do with just some rattle cans. It does. The paint's so much better now than it used to be years ago. All them are all cleaned up, ready to get back together. Right, I've saved you the hassle of watching me fit this all back together. There you go, that's on. That looks so much more presentable now. I've slipped the black handlebars on because the other ones is bent. Hopefully these ones aren't bent. But yeah, that's tidied that lot up a treat. So, as it's Tuesday today, I think I ordered the gasket on Sunday. I've got my gasket. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get this back together today. I'll get it put back together as it should be. Now I'm happy with knowing what was going on. Right, let me clean this old gasket off and crack on. Okay, new gasket's on. Giving it some fresh blood. And I managed to get it together without putting that spring inside the casing this time. Yeah, new grips on the bike. Yeah, those donated, thank you for the grips and some other parts. I have been messing around this morning. This was donated, but it was virtually broke through. I've welded that up. We'll clean that up because we've got, it's supposed to go under there and we haven't got one on here. So that's what I've been up to this morning, putting all that back together. I'm just gonna get this oil in it and see if she starts up again. Right, there we go. Set the tappets. No more bad noise. Sitting there ticking over, lovely. Yeah, we've got a good one now. Yeah, I feel so much better now. Now I've set the tappets on it. It sounds great. It's come a long way from what we started with. Now I think it's time to degrease this engine start cleaning up everything. Everything's still filthy. I just wanted to make sure that engine was going to be good before going too mad on it. But yeah, we'll start cleaning now, stripping and cleaning. Yeah, I'm really chuffed with it. Well, there she is. Just give her its first bath. Just drying off now. We'll have a look round it when it's dried off a bit. It actually started, first kick, choke, first kick, fired straight up. I'm so happy with it. Just sitting there, half choke, looking over lovely. Right then, what have I been up to? Right, I've touched all this in, painted it, this back end here. So that's tidied all that up now. And I've also been messing with this here. Sorry if you're getting wind noise, but we haven't got nothing that goes up in here for the lights. So what I've done, I'll show you what I've done. I've made some leads up because I'm too tight to buy the genuine thing. That's what I've made. And they'll slot up because the rubber will go up into the square hole and grip in there. I made them out of some couple of grommets, bit of lead, the bulb, bit of heat shrink. So I'm going to make the next one up, and that way if we ever put indicators on, then the indicator light will work. And we need one for the high beam, so one of them will do that. But I can't tell you how pleased and chuffed I am with that engine and the way the bike's coming on. For what it was a piece of crap, but she's really coming together now. But I've just got to watch how far I go with it, because otherwise it'll end up being one that'll be just pushed to the back of the garage because it's too good to use. You know, it'll be one of them dry day bikes, and I don't want that. So I've just got to be careful how far I go with it. We'll start on these other bits of frame, touching them in, so that's made it look so much better. But every time you do something, it makes something else look bad, and you end up going too far, and I'm trying not to this time. Just want to enjoy this and have some fun on it. Right, I'll sort out the headlight now. We've got it running. So once I get that sorted, I'll show you. There you go, that's two made up, ends on them. They will fit up in there now. There we go, something like that. And if the sun will catch you, right, they'll fit up there and in there. We'll run the wiring through and connect up onto the red block, and we should be laughing. Right, it's Saturday morning, and what have I been up to? Right, we had a failure on this. The ignition actually packed up when we started it up. Couldn't switch it off with the key. So anyway, we could turn it off with a kill. So I stripped it down again, and this is what I found. The ignition had actually come apart. Part of it had broke away. So ended up that had broke away a bit, so it wasn't making the connections. So I ended up putting another ignition in. I put the headlight in and it ain't right yet. So let me try and turn this on. Can't reach. Give me a second. Why do things always want to be awkward? Right, just give me a second. Just put you down a second. Right, that's better. Right, we've got a headlight on there, but it's not working when it's running. I'm going to have a look at some more wiring on it. For some reason, I'm getting no headlight. So I'll just wire it up so we've got a little bulb that lights up. Backlight's still in there. That works. But yesterday, I woke up yesterday morning, rubbed my eye, and must have been something in my eye and scratched my eyeball, so it wasn't a good day. Another thing I've done is I bought this seat on eBay. Ooh. And we need some brackets for here to hold the seat on. So I made a couple yesterday, got them made, painted the brackets for it. Shit, you know, hang on a minute. Garage door come down the other bike. Right. Ooh, just missed my clocks. Right, just let me sort this door out. Right, new brackets are on. These things, impossible to find. If ever you've tried to find some, because they just rot away, they are a nightmare to find. Anyway, I'll just make some. There you go, they're on. Used Allen keys as well, so nice, easy to get off again if you need to. But we'll recover this seat and we'll have a spare seat. We'll have it, we'll give it Julie, the wife, and she can do her magic with it. Well, put the tank on, the side panels on, put the seat on, and it's Bill's visit day again. How you doing, Bill?
Alright, Andy, yourself?
I'm fine.
Oh, it's coming on then.
It's getting there, mate.
Looking good, pal. Very good.
Yeah, it's looking a bit tidier.
Ain't bad for an old parts bike, is it?
Nah, something that should have been probably scrapped or broken up.
No.
Yeah, that's where it was going. It was going to be a parts bike, but
Looking good, mate.
getting
Looking
there.
really good.
yeah.
Yep.
Right then, let's have a quick chat with Bill and a cup of tea. Right, Bill wants to have a look, see how it goes. So we're going to get Tommy just to have a quick go. Then we just put the seat on and that now. A bit windy out here, so. Yeah, it might be a bit windy for you. See if we can get Bill to have a go on it. Why not, Bill?
I'm alright.
You have a little go.
No, fine, thank you.
We've stuck Bill on it. See if Bill will have a little go. No. Go on. Well, Bill's first go on it. Right, Bill's gone. I think he scared himself. Anyway, brush guard's on now. If you can see, put that on. And we've had about enough. It's Saturday. I'm going to do other things. But yeah, a lot of it now is going to be cleaning and down to Bill, do his magic bit on it. I think just headlight, I'm sure we can sort that out. But yeah, what do you think, Tom?
I think it does really well.
I can't even see you. Where are you? Oh, it's alright, the sun's really bright.
I think you've done really well, mate. It looks like a new bike.
Feels like a new bike. Well, we'll have to drag them both round, put them together, and we'll have a go on both of them up and down the street and really annoy the neighbours.
I'm sure they'll love that.
I'm sure they will. Okay guys, well, it's Sunday morning. I've decided it's clean up time again. It's amazing how much crap blows in here. How much crap I keep accumulating. So I thought I'll have a sweep up, move a couple of bikes so I can clean up a bit. I've actually got the two XLs for the first time together. They've not been together since they were shipped over. So there you go, we got both of them together at last. So we can do a bit of work on both now. But yeah, it's nice to see them both together. Anyway, back in the garage, start tidying up. So that's stacked up like a tower now, but some of the stuff's off the floor now. And any of the new subscribers, if you haven't seen the videos on this one, the xl250s, that was a bit of a hard one. If you go back and have a look at the state of that. And the xl100, that was another boner, another barn find. That's a lovely little bike as well. And that one, that was a trip to Wales. I put some effort into that one, but it's a brilliant little bike. So much fun. You don't have to have big bikes to have fun. Some of these little ones, you can have a great time on them. Right then, now I've cleaned up a bit, I suppose the first thing I should do is put the battery box back in this one. I won't bother cleaning this one up yet, just get it back in place so I know where it is. Saves having bits lying around everywhere. Well, nothing simple. Got these got these leads here, battery box is on, and got a brand new battery for it. Ends don't fit, as usual, nothing simple. So we'll have to make up some new ends for this battery. So knock that one off. No, I might leave that one and just make a patch lead. That one definitely got to come off. Right, let me get on with that. There you go, little patch lead made up and new end on that. We'll go leave that on charge for a while, and I'm going to go and get myself a cup of tea. Well, I made a patch lead up for the red, put it on, and then realised we've got no fuse. So we'll make another patch lead up with a fuse in line. Yeah, it's one of them days. Right, just started this one up. Just a little steaming, drying off. Got the battery on it now. Just started, let it warm up. That's been started for probably a week. This one sounds good as well. Right, that's both of them running. Both sound totally different. Drop this one down a bit. You can really hear that super trap. Now hear the difference. There we go. Boy, that super trap's loud. It's not the ignition off. Yeah, we're hitting that point of what do we do with them now? Where do we go with them? Do we make them really smart, or do we just ride them? There's a few things I'm still looking for. Looking for the speedo drive out the wheel. Looking for plastic box that covers that. And we need a backlight. Can't find a backlight for them. So I'm struggling for that at the minute. But, you know, give me some advice. Where are we going with them? Do we make them look really good, or just ride them? Well, I know the way Bill wants to go. Bill wants to paint them. Bill wants to sort the dents out. He wants to put them nice on the panels and all the rest, which is fine. It will improve the look of them no end. And of course I've still got so much work to do on them, i.e. cleaning, stripping and cleaning now, to make it look half decent. But with the spray job they will look really nice. But yeah, I think I'm going to start stripping next and just generally cleaning, tidying everything up. i.e. you look at that, that's once painting, there's no end of that to do on it, which I'll do anyway, but it's down to the spraying. Do we do it or not? What do you reckon? Let Bill do his magic and make them really good, or just run them as they are without the spray job? Down to you lot. Well, it's Sunday the 30th, so I'm going to wrap this video up. Thanks to all the new subscribers. Please feel free to leave a comment. Like I say, I don't bite. And let's see what next week brings. See what we can do next week. Right, so that's his run on this one. Definitely isn't as loud as that Super Trap. Yeah, that's going well now. A nice little pop every now and again when you shut down. So, verdict, which one's faster?
Oh, it's hard to tell. I think this one will go faster over time, but the other one's got more acceleration.
Righto. One more thing before I go. Tom wants to have a quick ride on both of them. You can't start it. That's the one with the Super Trap. You can hear how loud that is. Sun's a bit bright, can't see anything. Yeah, you can hear that at the top of the road. Yeah, that's loud. How you doing, mate? Well, that goes really well. I'm dragging him because he's having fun again. Can't get him blooming off them now.
Well, I think this one's got a bit more pull to it.
You think so?
In all fairness.
I don't know why.
Maybe it's they've got different sprockets on them.
Yeah.
That's probably why.
Right then. Let's get him put away. We're down, we're gone.